राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यशोदनंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यमुनतीरा वनचारी यमुनतीरा वनचारी राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यशोदनंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यमुनतीरा वनचारी यमुनतीरा वनचारी राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यमुनतीरा वनचारी राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय जगन्नाथ जय बलादेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलादेवा जय सुभद्रा जय गौरानिता जय गौरानिता जय गौरानिता निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरे जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरे गौरा गौरा गौर हरि गौरा गौरा गौर हरि निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल मायापुर चंद्र गौर हरि नदिया बिहारी गौर हरि गौरा गौरा गौर हरि गौरा गौरा गौर हरि निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस वरविराज काचार्य स्तोत्र श्रीमद रिवन गेसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस वरविराज काचार्य स्तोत्र श्रीमद रिवन गेसी भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय नमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय गंगामयी यमुनामयी की जय भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि वो all glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories Shri Guru and Gauranga Gopal ki jai ओम विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निधनामने नमस्ते सारस्वत देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिण निर्विशेष शून्यवाद पाश्चात्य देशतारण Thank you for joining. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, title Karma Yoga, verse number 4 to 9. Probably we will see, depending on time, how many verses we can cover. Probably 8 or 9 we will touch upon. So we are reading from Bhagavad Gita. One minute, let me present. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse number 4. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat Nasta Prayeshu Apadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Om Tat Sat. 3.4, chapter 3, verse number 4. Na karmana manarambhan naiskarmyam purusho asnute nacha sannyasana deva siddhim samadhi gacchati. Na karmana manarambhan naiskarmyam purusho asnute nacha sannyasana deva siddhim samadhi gacchati. न कर्मणामनारम्भान् नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषो अश्नुते न च संन्यासनादेव सिद्धिं समाधिगच्छति. So synonyms: not karmanam, of prescribed duties, anarambad, by non-performance, naishkarmyam, freedom from reaction, purushaha, a man, asnute, achieves, na, not, cha, also, sanyasanat, by renunciation, eva, simply, siddhim, success, samadhi gacchati, attains. Translation by Sri Yes, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction. Not by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Please repeat. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction. Nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Verse number 5. नहि कश्चित् क्षणमपि Verse number 5, chapter 3, Bhagavad Gita. नहि कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठति अकर्मकृत् कार्यते हि अवसः कर्म सर्व प्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः. नहि कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठति अकर्मकृत् कार्यते हि अवसः कर्म सर्व प्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः. नहि कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठति अकर्मकृत् कार्यते हि अवसः कर्म सर्व प्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः. Synonyms. Na, nor, he, certainly, kachit, anyone, kshanam, a moment, api, also, jatu, at any time, tishtati, remains, akarmakrut, without doing something. Karyate is forced to, he, certainly, avasaha, helplessly, karma, work, sarva, all, prakriti jaihi, born of the modes of the material nature, gunaihi, by the qualities. Translation. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. Please repeat. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of the material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. Verse number 6. Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyardhan vimudatma mityachara savuchyate. कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन् इंद्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते. कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन् इंद्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते. Synonyms. Karmendriyani, the 5 working sense organs. Samyamya, controlling. Ya, anyone who. Aste, remains. Manasa, by the mind. Smaran, thinking of. Indriyardhan, sense objects. Vimuda, foolish. Atma, soul. Mithya, achara, pretender. Sa, he, uchyate, is called. Translation. One who restrains the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. Please repeat. One who restrains the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects certainly deludes himself and is certainly and is called a pretender. Verse number 7. 3.7. यस्तु इंद्रियाणि मनसा नियम्य आरभते अर्जुन कर्मेन्द्रियैः कर्मयोगम् असक्तः स विशिष्यते. यस्तु इंद्रियाणि मनसा नियम्य आरभते अर्जुन कर्मेन्द्रियैः कर्मयोगम् असक्तः स विशिष्यते. यस्तु इंद्रियाणि मनसा नियम्य आरभते अर्जुन कर्मेन्द्रियैः कर्मयोगम् असक्तः स विशिष्यते. Synonyms. Yeah, one who, two, but, indriyani, the senses, manasa, by the mind, niyamya, regulating, arabhate, begins, Arjuna, O Arjuna, karma indriyayi, by the active sense organs, karma yogam, devotion, asakta, without attachment, sa, he, visishyate, is by far the better. Translation. On the other hand, if a sincere person tries to control the active senses by the mind and begins karma yoga in Krishna consciousness without attachment, is by far superior. Please repeat. On the other hand, if a sincere person tries to control the active senses by the mind and begins karma yoga in Krishna consciousness without attachment, is by far superior. Verse number 8. नियतं कुरु कर्मत्वं कर्मज्यायो हि अकर्मणः शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्येत कर्मणः. नियतं कुरु कर्मत्वं कर्मज्यायो हि अकर्मणः शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्येत कर्मणः. नियतं कुरु कर्मत्वं कर्मज्यायो हि अकर्मणः शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्येत कर्मणः. नियतं कुरु कर्मत्वं कर्मज्यायो हि अकर्मणः शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्येत कर्मणः. नियतं prescribed, kuru do, karma duties, tvam you, karma work, jayah better, he certainly, akarmanah than no work, sarira bodily, yatra maintenance, api even, cha also, te your, na never, prasiddhyet is affected, akarmanah without work. Translation. Perform your prescribed duty, for doing so better than not working. One cannot even maintain one's physical body without work. Repeat. Perform your prescribed duty, for doing so better than not working. One cannot even maintain one's physical body without work. Verse number 9. Very important verse. You all should know. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोको अयं कर्म बन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचर. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचर. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचर. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचर. Synonyms. Yajnarthat, done only for the sake of Yajna or Vishnu. Karmanah, than work, anyatra, otherwise, loka, world, I am this, karma bandhana, bondage by work, tat, of him, ardham, for the sake, karma, work, kaunteya, O son of Kunti, mukta sangha, liberated from association, samachara, do perfectly. Translation. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction. And in that way, you will always refrain from bondage. Please repeat. Work done as sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always refrain free from bondage. Try to understand this verse. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam panghum langete girim yatkrupatamham vande Sri Gurum Devatarina Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Iswaram Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhayeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Thank you for joining. So, we're discussing from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse number 4 to 9. So, this is called chapter title Karma Yoga. So, last week we discussed this chapter has 4 sections. So, we discussed also what is the connection from chapter 2 to chapter 3. And Arjuna is asking the first question after surrendering. This is second question, sorry. After surrendering to Supreme Lord Shri Krishna in 2.7, 2.53, 54, Arjuna is asking the question of who is the self-realized soul, what are the characteristics, how does he walk, how does he act. And then this is the second question. Whole Srimad Bhagavad Gita is question and answer. Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjaya, and then within that parallel is Arjuna is asking Krishna. So what to do, what not to do, how I can. So he has dilemma, he has doubts. He wants to remove his doubts. So that was two parallels. Sanjaya is speaking what is happening on the ground. Sanjaya is relating. Sanjaya has a television by the mercy of the Bonaparte spiritual master, Vyasdev. So he was able to relate everything exactly. He was able to see, even though he is not in front of he is not on the battlefield. He is in front of Dhritarashtra in the kingdom, in the palace. So that is happening. Just like Srimad Bhagavatam also, this question answers. So many parallels are there. Actual Bhagavatam first time is Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj, but within that then Suta Goswami speaking to Sonakanda Rishi, because he was there in that assembly, and the Sukadeva Goswami heard. Then Suta Goswami started, but Bhagavatam begins with Suta Goswami speaking to Sonakanda Rishi, asking questions to Suta Goswami. So in that the question answers is very, very important aspect of introspection. We must ask ourselves. That's why in Bhagavad Gita introduction also we see from Srila Prabhupada, Atato Brahma Jignasa. One must inquire about the supreme absolute truth. One must inquire. Until we come to that inquiry, why we are suffering, why so many things are happening, who we are, why it is happening. So those questions must come. Then, as Lord sitting in Paramatma, sitting in the heart, in our hearts, He will guide to the right place, to the right team of people, to the self-realized people, they will be sent, the living entity will be sent. Iswaras sarvabhutanam hriddeshojjana tishtati brahmayad sarvabhutan yantrarudani maya. This is like a machine. So when the machine is in problem, obviously we will be taking the to mechanic expert mechanic depending on what type of problem it is. So same way here, especially we are not talking about so much material problem, but actually it's not temporary problem, permanent problem. We want to solve permanently. That's what Arjuna is asking. Yes, Sreyasyam, Bruhi Tanmasisyasteham, Swadimam Tam Prapanam. Sreya, not Preya. Preya is temporary. Yes, today keep on fixing. How many times you are going to fix the car? You'll get disgusted after some time. So you want to buy another one. So throw this car out. But obviously, if it happens to our body, we cannot throw that out. But we are not realizing that fact. So we have to ask the question. We have to come to that expert mechanic and follow the process. So if you don't follow, what will happen? Whether it's a dentist or physician or the expert mechanic, they will prescribe. If you don't follow, then will be a problem. There are so much cavities, or the different types of diseases, or the car will break down. If you don't change certain things, we have to follow whatever the prescription is there. At least some of them. They may suggest so many things because of the business mentality is there. Even whether dentist or the physician or the mechanic. Today's world, everywhere it is like that. So they build, by the time when they build the car itself, that's how it is. They want to make sure that there is a way for all others get paid off. So that car doesn't run smoothly without getting this changes, oil change or whatnot, parts replacement. That's how they make. They don't put the highest quality parts. So they all know. So that's a big material expansion. That is the business. So that's what it is. But anyway, coming back to the Arjuna, this is question answers is very, very important. Bhagavatam has so many parallels. Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj, Saunaka and other rishis to Sota Goswami. Then within that, you have third canto onwards, you have Vidura to Maitreya, and then Vidura to Uddhava. Then later on, we see that Sankhyayan Muni speaking, 4 Kumaras asking Lord Anantadev Sankarshan. And then he is speaking to Sankhyayan Muni, and then he is speaking to Parasara Muni, and then Parasara Muni speaking to Maitreya Muni. That is there. And then further we see Nava Yogendra speaking to King Nimi, is asking questions to Nava Yogendras. Then Uddhava is asking Lord Krishna. So Narada Muni is asking, Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking Narada Muni. So in this way, so many different type of Brahma. Narada Muni is asking Brahma. So many parallels we see. Again and again, so many times it repeat different, same problem, sometimes different type of problem, but different solutions, different way of looking at things. So that's why Srimad Bhagavatam has all kinds of angles of vision, from political, from student, from every angle of vision. Even Bhagavad Gita also, so many, each time it gives a different perspective. So that's what here Arjuna's, these questions are very. Second question Arjuna is asking, if you think that because in chapter 2 you are talking about last almost 30-40 verses, you are more emphasis on intelligence, you are more emphasis on controlling the senses, you are not talking about actually the work. Then if you think that, so then based on your explanation, then why are you asking me to engage in this ghastly warfare? Because in the last few verses, in the last chapter, he is asking, okay, now get up and give up lethargy and fight, engage in fighting. But then that's when Arjuna got confused. So he's asking Arjuna, Jaya chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana. We discussed in great detail about this Bhavagrahi Janardana. Why Arjuna is using Janardana and Kesava. Oh Kesava, Mam Niyojas Kesava. Why do you think that if intelligence is better than fruitive work, then why are you asking me to engage in this ghastly warfare? So that intelligence is coming from the last mind, because systematically is asking about the self-realized soul. Then Krishna presented, okay, in terms of the mind, in terms of the intelligence, in terms of the ego, in terms of the desires. That is the section. How the living entity who is self-realized, how does he act? Those who are not self-realized, how does they act? And that was the last section of the chapter 2, because that is a higher section. That means it is a higher level. So Krishna presented from Sankhya Yoga, body and soul. Then he went on to Karma Yoga, duty. Then that's why he is starting with duty now. So duty, and then Nishkama Karma Yoga. Then he talked about glimpse of bhakti and then samadhi. That's how the chapter 2. Now the chapter 3 has 4 sections. The first section, we are in the first section from verse number 1 to 9. which is renunciation of work or work in devotion. Arjuna is asking this question. Intelligence is better than fruity work. That means you don't want to avoid the work. You want to give up the work when it is too difficult. Sometimes kids also doesn't want to go to school, doesn't want to study. They want to give up work, give up study and do something else. They don't like. They like playing. They like watching something else. Modern technology, especially kids are attached to. So how we can transfer their attachment to the other ways? Otherwise, it's very difficult because unless we give them active engagement, parandrustva nivartate, there is no possibility for them to stop doing something and transfer their attachment to something better. So give up something and take up something else. They have to get some attachment. So the gradual. That's what Krishna is also speaking here. So the first section, that's why it is called karma kanda to karma yoga. It is called karma kanda to this first section we are talking about what is that? Work in devotion, renunciation of work, or work in giving up work. Intelligence means just use your intelligence, don't work, don't do anything. So that is renunciation of work. So he's asking, Arjuna is asking, you want me to renounce the work or work in devotion? What do you want me to do? Mute. Let me mute. Okay, muted. So renunciation of work and devotion. That is the first section until 9. From 10 onward, it is called karma kanda to karma yoga. Is going second section, karma kanda to karma yoga. Then the third section is talking about self-realized soul. Is talking about nishkama karma yoga. One who is self-realized nishkama karma. In the fourth section, beware of lust and anger. So these are the four sections in this chapter. Now in this section, verse number 4 to 9, Krishna is systematically presenting. When Arjuna asked this question, then when Krishna explained that, I already explained you two things, Sankhya Yoga and Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, Karma Yogena Yoginam. So I've already explained in the chapter 2 previously that there are two kinds of process, so Sankhya Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and the other one is Karma Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. So both are in essence, ultimate result is same, but one is easier than the other one. So that's what is the also this chapter this section title also, karma better than jnana also. So that's why this first 6 chapters, Bhagavad Gita has 3 sections. First 6 chapters, karma is the main intrinsic underlying factor. Krishna talks about in great detail. Karma is the main point. In the middle 6 chapter, bhakti is the main underlying factor. The last 6 chapters, jnana is the main detachment. So Krishna is systematically presenting. What is the Arjuna's problem? Duty. What type of duty? What type of karma? Material activity to spiritual activity. That's what. How to transform our activity. That was the first problem. Because he wants to give up work. He doesn't want to do the duty. So that's why first Krishna has to talk about duty. Then he will take to the next level, higher level duty. First you should do duty. What type of duty it is and what different types of duty. Krishna explains in this first 6 chapters. In the middle 6 chapter, Krishna goes in much more detail. And then once you know what is the highest level of work, how to do the highest type of work, then you need to also know, because there will be some attachment while doing that. To come to that highest perfection, we need to develop internal detachment. So that's why Krishna has to talk about internal detachment more, emphasizing more on the detachment, so that we can achieve highest perfection, what Krishna is speaking in chapter 12 of Bhagavad Gita, 9, 10 and 12. So that's why the last 6 chapters is concentrating on the jnana, detachment especially. So now in this verse number 4, Krishna is speaking here, na karmanam anarambam purusho vasnute. So he is talking about na sanyasanam samadhi adhivachati. You cannot, not by abstaining from work. You cannot abstain from work. nor you can, by simply renouncing renunciation, you can attain perfection. So either way, both ways you cannot do. If you look at systematically, what Krishna is doing is, Krishna is talking about gradual training, gradual perfection Krishna is taking. See the verse number 4 onwards, when Krishna is answering Arjuna's question in brief. He will go in detail, but in brief he is answering here. The first topic he is talking about is, you cannot, because Arjuna is putting that doubt, so that Krishna is telling, you cannot abstain from work. That means you must do the duty. Nobody, further he will speak. You cannot abstain from work, nor, that means you cannot stop work temporarily or permanently. You cannot stop work. The other aspect is talking about completely renounce and go to forest. Arjuna mentioned that also as a doubt, chapter 2 beginning, that I want to go to forest, renounce. I don't know what to do, whether renounce and go to forest or fight. So that's why Krishna has mentioned you cannot do both. Either way, you are not going to attain perfection. Either in the both ways. Then Krishna is present next step. Then what to be done? Then Krishna is stepping, because then Krishna is talking about verse number 5. Mute your line. Verse number 5, Krishna is talking about one minute. Okay. So verse number 4, Krishna is talking about, you should you cannot abstain from work, nor you can abstain from, you cannot do renunciation either. Both ways you cannot attain freedom from reaction or perfection. The next verse he is talking about is, so everybody, because you are born from where you are born from. Prakriti is using that word. What is that? Prakriti Jair Gunaihi. So Prakriti means there are three kinds of Prakriti. Supreme Lord is called Purusha. We are seemingly called Purusha, male or female, Purusha, seemingly, but actually we are not Purusha, we are Prakriti. There are three types of Prakriti. There are three types of Prakriti. Prakriti means energies. One is the marginal energy, we are marginal energy. The living entity, the Jiva Prakriti is called marginal energy. And then there is external energy, which is the material manifestation, what we see, that is called external energy. This is coming under Prakriti still. So Jiva, Prakriti, these are all coming under so Prakriti, means energies of the energy. External energy, marginal energy. Then the other one is internal energy. Three kinds of energies. So internal energy is the Supreme Lord. Internal energy is Supreme Lord. The actual internal potency. So for soul gives that energy transform to the soul. Then soul will be able to act without super soul's intervention. His guidance, his mercy, his permission, we cannot do anything. So in these way, three ways. So Krishna is telling, Prakriti, the living entity, you are born by Jair. Ja means birth. By gunas, three qualities. What are those? You are born from three modes of material nature. You are born from three modes of material nature. Because why we are here in this material world, Krishna has emphasized already. Later on, means he didn't mention in Bhagavad Gita. Later on, we will see that why we are here. Ichcha dvesha samutvena dvanda mohena bharata. Because the false ego. Not really. Real ego means servant of Krishna. Jivera Sarupa Nityar Krishna Das. Then we will be in the spiritual world. Why we are called Purusha? Because we want to be the enjoyer. We want to be the supreme. We want to be the God. We want to be the creator. So that's why we are seemingly called Purusha. But in reality, we are not the Purusha. Supreme Purusha only, the Supreme Lord is the only. God is the only Purusha. Everybody else is being, Prakriti means being enjoyed. Is called Prakriti. Purusha means is the enjoyer, is the supreme enjoyer. We are trying to enjoy independent of Krishna. That's why Ichcha and Dvesha. Ichcha means the desire independent of Krishna to enjoy. Dvesha means enviousness or separated identity. We are trying to be separate from Krishna, trying to use everything for our own satisfaction, our own enjoyment. You want to be God. So that is where Icha Dvesh Samudhyam Dvanda Mohena Bharata. Moha means illusion. That is ego, false ego. So that is ego. So that's why the three modes where it is coming from. Krishna is explaining in Srimad Bhagavatam, where it is mentioned from ego, when it is in touch with mode of passion, there are there are two kinds of organs are generated. When the ego is in touch with mode of passion, two kinds of energy is generated, two kinds of organs. So that's why here Krishna is mentioning verse number 5, where in the, I think next verse, we see that. Yeah, next verse, Karmendriyani. Because he's talking about three modes of material nature, how we are, because we are born with the three modes of material, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, mode of goodness. Goodness means we are serene. So we are not so much, too much passionate. So calm, quiet, serene. So that is the mode of goodness. Mode of passion means too much want to work day and night, somehow or other get it done. Things not peaceful. So always in anxiety. Nonam pramatta kurute vikarma yad indriya priyataya apnoti. The passion means we are after this, somehow or other we want to get enjoyment. So hook or crook, somehow or other. That is indriya priyataya apnoti. But Lord Vasudev is instructing his sons, before I give you the kingdom, you must know that you are foolishly thinking that because in past many lifetimes you have gone through the same thing. You are trying to become mad after this, falsely trying to please your senses. Nonam pramatta kurute vikarma yad indriya priyataya apnoti. But if one is intelligent, yad atmana, not sadhu manye, atmano ayam. If one who is a sadhu, who is intelligent, who is self-realized, then he will know that asannapi klesad deha. Using this material body is not, we are not going to get any permanent happiness. It is going to be asat only. It is impermanent. Whatever we may do, it's not going to last long. It's not going to get permanent results. Everything will be temporary with this material body. So we have to so one who is self-reliant, one who is intelligent, she will know that based on, because of the past karma I have received, that's why I cannot be, I am by force I will be acting. That's why Krishna next is emphasizing. That's why this section is also called not only renunciation of work to work in devotion. It is also called gradual training. Krishna is telling Arjuna is training for any, whether it's a student or business or the practitioner of bhakti, anyone, or in a business office, technology or any work, you need training. Just like Anaramban, it is mentioned. Nobody can, you cannot abstain from work. Just like as soon as the child is 3 years, we do Vidyaramba. We must do that Vidyaramba. So that beginning, engaging everything in the Lord, there also Vidyaramba is done. Again, we offer to on Saraswati Devi appearance day, we do that Vidyaramba, or that's Vijayadashmi day. That's the general day everybody does Vidyaramba. Begin writing the letters, learning. So that's it. It's very important. So everything is requires training. Kids are being trained from that age, 2.5 or 3 or whatever. So same way, so the living entity must go through the gradual training. Krishna is not directly jumping to bhakti, not directly jumping to highest yoga, highest karma. Gradually is presenting. In verse number 4, he said, you cannot abstain from work, nor you can renounce and go. Neither you can stop work, nor you can go to forest. Those two things you cannot do. Next, he is talking about you are being forced to act. Yeah, forced to act, because three modes of material nature is in place. It is mentioned Prakriti. What is that verse number 22 in chapter 13? This is mentioned more detailed. Purusha Prakriti stohi bhunkte Prakriti jan gunan karanam gunasanga sad asad janmayam. Why we have certain bodies, certain opulence, certain problems in this life? Because of the past. We came with this subtle body, mind, intelligence, false ego came with these three things, with these things, problems, whatever we have from the past life, we are carrying that. We are a certain appearance, certain family, certain bank balance, certain job. What we have, it is not because two people might be working exactly same or more work, but the other person is enjoying more, other person has more money, because it is to do with the pious credit what we have from the past life. That's what is, even though he is not putting so much effort, but he is enjoying. But once the pious credits are repleted, then he has to suffer as well. If he doesn't use his free will properly, then his future is also is a problem. So that's why we have to be very careful. That's what Krishna is telling. You are for living entity is forced to act, whether you like it or not like it. You are forced to act. So that's why you must work. You must do the duty. But what type of duty, that Krishna is telling. So in verse number 5, Krishna is gradually bringing that you are forced to act because of three modes of material nature. So when from the ego in touch with the mode of passion, two types of organs are generated. Two types of organs. One is karmendriya, one is jnanendriya. Knowledge acquiring senses and working senses. Knowledge acquiring senses is eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and smell. Yeah, nose, tongue, and then touch. These five things: hearing, seeing, vision, then taste, smelling, and touch, skin. So the five knowledge. Through these senses, we acquire knowledge, we gain knowledge, we perceive, we understand. That is knowledge acquiring senses. This is mode of passion. That's why you can understand. If these things are not controlled, we'll come to that. So the next second type of organs, when ego is in touch with passion, what is generated? Second type of active, the working senses. What are those? Hands, two legs, means hands, legs, and then evacuating organ. Nobody can, yes, I can say, I will abstain from work, but everything is a work, even evacuating. Can we stop for one, not even for 1 minute, you cannot stop evacuation. If we have to go, we have to go. There is no, so that means we can understand how much we are God, how much we are trying, creator, or how much we have the, power. We have minimum power, but we are thinking we have greatest power. We are trying to control, trying to enjoy. So that is the biggest problem. So the evacuative organ, third one. The fourth one is creative organ, reproducive organs. Reproducing, every living entity has, not only human being, all living entity has. So reproducive organs. And the fifth one is voice, speech. So five working senses, five knowledge acquiring senses, 10. So these two are generated when ego is in touch with the mode of passion. So that's why the passion means we have to be very careful how we use. If we don't use these working senses, out of these 10, Acharya has explained, Lord Krishna is explaining, the tongue is the first one. If we control this tongue, then rest everything can work. The two things must be done. The tongue must be controlled by taking only Krishna Prasadam, which Krishna is mentioning in 9th chapter. In this chapter also Krishna is mentioning. In this just now we read 3.9. Ignartha karmana anyatra. One must engage in sacrifice. What is offered in sacrifice, that only you can take. Otherwise, 3.13 is talking. Otherwise, it is sin. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, it is sin. So that's what we have to face the reaction. And then in chapter 9, Krishna is mentioning that Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachit. What to offer? What Krishna will offer? What you can offer to Krishna? What you can offer to God? Only you can offer vegetables, you can offer leaves, you can offer flowers, fruits, water. These are the ones. He didn't say any other things to be offered. So this is very important aspect. So that's why Krishna is mentioning here. So the one must, these active sense organs. So the tongue must be controlled by taking only Krishna Prasad. The second one is to chant the holy name of the Lord. Especially for Kali Yuga, that is the important. Because people think that abstaining from work, Prabhupada is mentioning, there is, even when Prabhupada came in 1966 to US, there used to be yoga societies. One of them, they used to help. If you become silent, then you become God. No, that's not actually, no, you will not become God by being silent, by not using. There used to be called Mauni Babas also, not speaking at all. So that's not going to help actually, because you cannot control, because even evacuate everything, there is a work. So nobody can sit idle, just like you are entering into the apartment. The person is entering into the apartment. You are tenant. You are taking. You paid and you are entering into the apartment. So that means, yeah, the apartment is a place. And then person is entering. Just like the soul is taking this body, then soul cannot be idle. Once you enter into the apartment, you do something. You cannot just sit. How long you are going to sit in the same place, same room, without doing anything, either cooking or walking, whatever, something, watching, some work we will do. So there is no sitting without doing anything. So that's why it's very important. Active sense means the soul means active. Body dead matter is not active. Because soul is active, senses are active, especially the active sense organs. The Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas. That's why the tongue must be used very carefully. We don't use the tongue carefully, especially hearing, the chanting and Krishna Prasad, then it's you will not be able to control. That's why Krishna is mentioning further now. So he's talking about that Indriyas only. Next, he is talking about you are forced to act. Then systematically, gradual training, Krishna is telling. He is telling, what is the 6? कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य यद आस्ते मनसा स्मरण इंद्रियार्थान विमूढ़ात्मा मिथ्याचार समुच्यते. कर्मेन्द्रियाणि, samyamya means regulation. So another thing Krishna is telling is, even for the war also, there must be a strategy, there must be regulation. You cannot just do whatever you like, because 18 days it took. They have to do systematically how to enter, whom to be killed first. There should be intelligence, there is a systematic, there should be regulation. Whimsically you cannot come up with things. And sometimes Arjuna, by somehow too much proud and saying, no, I am going to kill Jayadratha at sunset by end of today. Then obviously Lord Krishna saved, because he always goes by the promise of his devotee. But otherwise you cannot. So that's why regulating, that means regulation means Krishna is mentioning later on. So that means senses must be regulated. First one is eating. That's why tongue comes again. Yukta ahara viharasya. First is ahara only, eating. What we take in is what we are. Means how we act. If you take the food in mode of goodness, we act in goodness. If you take the mode of food, type of food we take is in mode of passion, we will act in passion only. So we are always anxiety, too much excessive, want to overwork or over engagement. So we cannot sit idle, we cannot be peaceful too much. So that is because of the passion of the tongue. So and then mode of ignorance, completely putrid and old and or decomposed. We eat packaged and whatnot. So especially meat and all. Then obviously the transformation also, the same thing, reactions also will be like that, the way we act. So that's why it is yukta ahara, then vihara, then recreation. So yukta ahara viharasya, yukta chetasu karmasu. What type of work? Yukta swapna avabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. So yukta swapna avabodhasya, wakefulness and sleep. Sleep must be regulated. Wakefulness means how we use our time during the day, when we are awake, that must be regulated. Then yoga bhavati dukkha. Then he will be able to remove his distress, remove his pains. One who controls, regulates all these, from eating to sleeping to the wakefulness, and then recreation. Everywhere he is regulated. He is not neither ignorant, not dull, not too much passionate. He is very peaceful. He knows exactly what to be done. So that's what Krishna is mentioning here. Next topic, regulating. You should not give up work, you should not stop, you should not go to forest. Then he's taken, you have to forcibly, you will be able to, you have to act. Because of 3 modes of material, because you are born in this material world, because of Prakriti, just like there is no difference, everything is spiritual, but there is slight difference, just like the cloud. In the sky, sometimes cloud comes. So the material and spiritual, that is what is the difference. Just like the portion, cloud is only in a limited portion, not the whole thing will not become cloud. And just like that, spiritual world is 3/4. 1/4 is just portion is cloud. Same way, just like if you take body, the nails doesn't have a sense perception. But as soon as you cut a little bit inside your skin, then immediately you will get blood and you will be you'll get hurt. because there is pinching sensation. In reality, the whole thing is a body. The nails are also part of your body, but there is a slight difference. So like that, the spiritual and material. So the material, when we use things for our own enjoyment, then that becomes material. But as soon as you transfer that, engage in Lord Krishna's service, utilize for the Supreme Lord's pleasure, then automatically that becomes spiritual. So then we'll move from the temporary world to the spiritual world. So that's why Krishna is mentioning here. Everybody is forced to act, then we must come to the regulation. You are forced to act anyway, so you might as well come to the regulation. Otherwise, we'll go even downward. You will not even get human birth. And that's what Krishna is presenting here. So gradually we must, he is telling Arjuna that how to work, how to come to this by gradual training, gradual regulated work, by gradual regulation, how we can come. Next, Krishna is mentioning, then he is talking about regulation. Then now in the verse number 7, he is talking about active karma yoga. Now he is bringing, okay, you must not only regulating, but you must engage for the karma yoga, means you must connect with the Lord. What he is mentioning is prescribed duty. In verse number 7, if you see, if a sincere person tries to control the active senses by the mind and begins karma yoga in Krishna consciousness without attachment, he is by far superior. That is the higher. But obviously, not everybody can come to that. So that's why Krishna is presenting in verse number 8. At least perform niyatam kuru karmatvam karma jayoi akarmana sarira yatra na prasiddhi akarmana. Perform your prescribed duty. But doing so is better than not working. One cannot even maintain one's physical body without work. So that's why at least we must do the prescribed work. So depending on what ashram we are in, brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyas, accordingly there is a prescribed duty. But either way, the ultimate goal of any ashram is to, Krishna must be in the center. Varnashrama acharvata purushena puman Vishnu aradhyate nanyat tattosha karana. Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu must be pleased. That's why he is coming to the point. So gradually Krishna is presenting the renunciation of work to work in devotion. He is bringing Arjuna to work in devotion. So by karma yoga, yoga means yagno vai Vishnu. It is meant for Vishnu, Lord Krishna. Yagna also means sacrifice. There are many kinds of sacrifices. There is a dravya yagna, so there is swadhyaya yagna. So different types of people engage in different type of sacrifices. But the ultimate sacrifice is engaging our senses, mind, intelligence in the service of the Lord. So that's why everything is. So people think that there are two different kinds of this. What is that? Pravrittincha bhutanam nivrittincha mahapalam. So living entity want to enjoy, living entities want to give up work, either engage in too much in enjoyment of their senses. Prabhupada gives the example of Hitler, Churchill, Roosevelt. So all these personalities, they have certain ideas, certain speculation. They want to enjoy that. They want to control. Not control his senses, but they want to control people. They want, so especially Hitler has his own ideas how he can enjoy himself, how he can control the whole world. So he tried to do that. One kind of sense gratification. This is it. So, but he is not realizing what he has to face after life for his actions, because using his free will against prescribed duty. Especially king will get 1/6 of the karma of the living entities. Karma is praja, is whom he is ruling. Same thing with other people. There are other different second type of people argue that we will give up the work, Brahma Satya Jagan Midya, and go to forest. Give up. As soon as we take renunciation, then we become Narayana. That's what Krishna is saying. What is he telling? Krishna is telling, don't become a pretender. Everybody is forced to act. Don't give up work and artificially. Don't become imitation. Don't become imitator. Like many people imitate Lord Shiva. What Lord Shiva did? Lord Shiva can drink poison and he can stop here at the neck, at the throat. But can anybody else can drink poison and stop? Can he live? He cannot even live. As soon as it touches, that's it. He's gone. He cannot even survive. So that it is so dangerous. But Lord Shiva is not a living entity. He is not an ordinary jiva. is the expansion of the Lord Vishnu. When creation has to happen, Lord Vishnu becomes Lord Shiva. So then, but he is not Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma is Jiva, higher than us, but he is also Jiva like us, higher living entity. But Lord Shiva is not Jiva. Lord Shiva is not in the category of Lord Brahma, not like us. So he is in between Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma. So he is not Jiva. Sometimes seeming to teach us lessons, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva may get attracted by, because they are the in charge for the modes. Lord Brahma is in charge for passion, for creation. Lord Shiva is in charge for annihilation. In general, means while creation is happening, actually Lord Shiva is through Lord Shiva's agency, creation is happening through Mahavishnu, and then Lord Shiva comes into picture because Lord Vishnu is not directly in touch with creation. He just glances. That glance is transferred from Mahavishnu through Lord Shiva and Durga Devi, then the creation happens. So then Brahma is the secondary creator. He is giving different bodies, he is controlling this whole world as a secondary creator. He is not the original creator. So that's he is a passion, because he is the control of that mode. Passion, Gunavatara they call. Lord Brahma is passion, Lord Shiva is ignorance, control. That doesn't mean he is in ignorance. That doesn't mean Brahma is in passion. And the Lord Vishnu is mode of goodness. But he is Visuddha Sattva, he is maintaining. So in this way, but so the Lord Shiva drinks poison. He may have skulls and he may have snakes and whatnot. He may not have any clothes, but he is, because he is simply in meditation. He doesn't belong to this world. He doesn't need anything. He doesn't desire anything. Doesn't want anything. So yes, when Durga Devi, when his wife want, then he has produced Kartikeya and all. But otherwise, he doesn't need anyone. He is completely in meditation. Lord Shiva is talking to his wife Sati at the Daksha Yajna. Why he didn't get up? There he is telling clearly, I am meditating on Lord Sankarshan, Lord Vasudeva. That's why I didn't get up, because I was not aware of external things. What's going on? I am completely in meditation on the Lord. So that is Lord Shiva's position. But he is always compassionate to living entities. That's why he drink poison, so that otherwise they will get affected during the Samudra Manthan. So that's why Lord Shiva is able to do that. That not ordinary poison. That poison it's very, very dangerous poison. That halahal, that kind of poison. He drank and he stopped right here, and he could take the moon. Sitting moon, he could control that speed of Ganga on his head. So that is the power of Lord Shiva. But if you try to imitate him and do drinking, smoking, ganja and whatnot, then it's not going to actually, that is called imitation. So don't be pretender. That's what. Don't try to falsely think that you become Narayana by taking renunciation. Go to forest. Mithya achara. That's why Krishna is emphasizing that. Don't become pretender. Don't go to forest. You are telling, I will go to forest. I will renounce the fight and go to forest. No. Don't be a pretender. Because first you come to that level. Then yes. Don't take renunciation either. Artificially. It is not just external color. Sannyas means, Krishna is explaining, Sat Nyas. Sat means the absolute truth. Renunciation for what? It is for the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, Supreme. For Lord, you need to act. You need to engage everything. Sat Nyas. That means, sannyas means also means mind, body. Iha asya harer dasye. Karmana manasa gira. Nikilas avastasu. Jivan mukta sauchyate. If you want to come to the liberation, come to the renunciation and attain liberation, you must engage karma, manasa, mind, through your body, through your karma, all activities. Everything must be used in the service of the Lord. That is actually real renunciation. It's not so much about saffron wearing, taking danda. No, actually, that is the real renunciation. That is what Satnyas means. That's what Arjuna is telling. Don't be a pretender. Don't be imitator. Just artificially give up work or artificially run to forest. Take sannyas because family life is too difficult or too much education. I can't study or I can't do this. Yes, in material world, that's what it is. We all have to go through the difficulties. That doesn't mean we give up things and run away. That's not going to solve the problem. So that is what Krishna is mainly emphasizing here. Gradual training. Our time is up. This Google Meet has a time limit. Call is going to end in 2 minutes. So we'll continue next week. So the 3.9 verse is very, very important verse. I haven't. So the everybody is tested at the end. That is what we are coming to. Krishna is bringing that point by the results. Whether somebody is trying to abstain from work or renunciation or trying to become yogi. In Kali Yuga, nobody can become artificially this kind of yogi. Regular Ashtanga yogi, Hatha yogi is not going to work. He must come to that bhakti process, bhakti yogi. He's not going to, because it is very, very complicated. Even Vishwamitra, and we see so many examples that it is based on. That's why we have to look at the results. Palena parichyate. Look at the results of those who have practiced, who have perfected, how they transformed. Look at the result. Look at Srila Prabhupada or Acharyas. What was the transformation? Nobody could do in this world like the Acharyas did, like Srila Prabhupada did. So not only India, but throughout the world. Because that is the transformation is there in the heart. They are able to see Krishna, they are able to communicate with Krishna, they are carrying Krishna within the heart. They are acting accordingly, mind, body, and everything perfectly. They are completely fire, just like red hot iron became fire. So they are as good as fire. So because completely pure. So that's why they are able to transform. So that's what Krishna is telling. Phalena parichitare. Look at the results of the transformation. Then you decide. You want to do Ashtanga yoga, you want to do Mauna yoga, you want to do meditation, or you want to come to mantra meditation and come to the bhakti. Actively engage senses. Yes, you can work, you can eat, you can sleep, but how to dovetail that in Krishna's service? That's what we have to learn. That's why Krishna is bringing. That is the first topic Krishna is bringing through regulation, through active karma yoga. That's what Krishna here. It is clearly Krishna is emphasizing. So that leads to that bhakti pareshanubhava viraktir anyatasya. Important verse. We'll discuss next week. So bhakti paresha. The test will be how much we are internally detached. Bhakti pareshanubhava virakti. Three things. Bhakti means satisfaction. Pareshanubhava, realizations, perceiving God, so much immense pleasure, and then detachment, internal detachment, not external, internal detachment. These three things are compared to like eating, nourishment, satisfying, and then hunger is removed. Three things compared. Bhakti, Pareshanubhava, Virakti is compared with these three things. Tushti, Pushti, Shuddha, Apa. Yeah. So we'll discuss, continue next week. Very important verse 3.9. Krishna is coming to that point. So call is going to end. That's what it says. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Gandhara, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Manu ki jai. Hare Krishna.